That's also good. I'm gonna bring our front door ticket. But I have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this story about Ray. I have to tell you because I told the first show, so you can try to tell you. I went to undergraduate university. As a matter of fact, before I got to college, I went to summer camp in Northwestern in 1981. Yeah, and then I went to college at Florida A&M University. Oh, really? Oh, that's right.
Florida A&M!
But anyway, while I was there, I met this great gentleman and a great young lady who eventually married. And about 1990 or so, after they were married for a while, they had their firstborn, and he gave me a call. His father gave me a call, and he said, "Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man. Look, my son, he's like 2 years old. He plays the drums. I'm telling you, he's 2. But he plays the drums. I'm telling you." I said, "Okay." So, another 3 or 4 years go by, he calls me again. "Look, man, my son is like 7 now. I'm telling you, 7. He's got that drumstick in his hand. I'm watching. I'm telling you." I said, "Okay, no problem." So he calls him again when he's about 12. He said, "Look, man, my son, he's 12. He's 12 now, man." And so he sent me a CD or DVD of him, and I said, "Oh, okay. I see what's up." So then about 5 or 6 years after that, I was conducting the Florida All-State Jazz Orchestra down in Tampa. And I went into the first rehearsal, and these are the top high school students in the state of Florida for jazz, So I walk in, and I'm getting ready to rehearse and everything, and I couldn't see the drummer's face. He was facing away from me, but when he turned around, it was this young guy. I said, "Oh, now I see what's happening." So anyway, so I'll see what's going to happen with this music. So I passed the music out, and some of it was some music that we played by Frank Foster, and another couple of them were music that the Ellington Orchestra plays, like rock and rhythm. So I passed the music out and started rehearsing. And this young man looked at each chart one time, had it memorized, and didn't need to look at it for the concert. I said, "Okay, all right. If I can ever hire this cat, that's what I would do." So 6 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, we got him. So very nice to listen.
That's right,
He's only 23 years old, and if he can
That's right.
attract young musicians like that, because I'm only 24. Got to pass down to the younger guys. But seriously, those of you that are under the age of 30, under 25, keep practicing. You never know. Just keep practicing. Seriously, parents and teachers encourage them. We need more than jazz musicians. We got way more than enough hip-hop musicians. We need way more jazz and classical musicians. Serious.
Love you, Ray.
We're going to play for you. He was composed and arranged by one of the greatest musicians that ever walked this planet, that happened to be a member of this orchestra. Talking about the great Thad Jones. Thad Jones was an unbelievable musician. Yes, absolutely. And he played trumpet here for about 10 years, starting in 1952 or 3. And he wrote quite a bit of music. And when Mr. Basie passed away in '84, Thad Jones was the first one to come back and be the official director here for 2 years until he passed away. And we think this is the last thing that he wrote, and we like to refer to this one as a Mensa level blues. A Mensa level blues. This is such a sophisticated composition, and you'll hear it as we play it. It'll feature some of the guys, and this is called From One to Another.
Thank you.